Mothers Against Drunk Driving is pushing to strengthen a Wisconsin law for first-time OWI offenders. In a Project Drive Sober report, Corrine Zell explains why a stricter punishment could benefit all drivers in more ways than one.
It all has to do with ignition interlocks, the device used to measure your blood alcohol level when you get in the car. 40% of drunk drivers who get an OWI in Wisconsin become repeat offenders. And Frank Harris with Mothers Against Drunk Driving is working to change that.
I mean, what Wisconsin is doing right now relating to drunk driving is simply not working.
The Milwaukee native is in town from D.C. talking with lawmakers about making changes to ignition legislation in his home state. Since 2009, Wisconsin law requires first-time offenders whose blood alcohol level was above 0.15 to use interlocks.
Since that law has passed, ignition interlocks, they've stopped hundreds of thousands of attempts here in Wisconsin to drive drunk.
But Harris says interlocks are often negotiable in Wisconsin courtrooms.
Even if you're at 0.15, a defense attorney will try to work with prosecutors to say, okay, my client will plead guilty if you waive that BAC at 0.17 to a 0.13, so my client doesn't have to use an interlock.
MADD wants Wisconsin to mimic the law in 32 other states, requiring all first-time drunk drivers use interlocks. Last year in Illinois, interlock devices stopped more than 6,300 drunk driving attempts. In Minnesota, more than 7,600. Across the country, interlocks put the brakes on more than 350,000 drunk driving attempts in 2017.
MADD's trying to get creative with pushing legislation that deals with all drunk drivers.
MADD's idea is to make first-time offenders who didn't hurt or kill someone use an interlock device for 6 months. The driver would be rewarded if they pass.
MADD is willing to put on the table with lawmakers today, allowing people to have their OWI records sealed on a first offense, providing they use an interlock and other court conditions such as an assessment.
MADD says 67% of convicted drunk drivers using interlocks are less likely to become repeat offenders.
This device is already in use. We just need to utilize them for all drunk drivers.
MADD says if you want to support their idea, talk to your lawmakers.
Stories like Corrine's are why we started Project Drive Sober, our efforts to make people think twice before getting behind the wheel drunk and possibly changing laws. In 2015, alcohol-related crashes killed 190 people and injured nearly 3,000 others right here in the state. If you have a story to share or questions to ask, email us at drivesober@tmj4.com, or you can simply call us at 866-WI-SOBER.